Hey, what it do, y'all? So this is Knowledgeable Soul, and I'm back with another video. This time, I am going over a team that was requested. I'm gonna try to get the American Conference wrapped up as like one full video pretty soon. Just kind of working on my research a little bit, just making sure that I get everything right and I have everything lined up. So if I say that ECU loses to this team, then I'm gonna have that team beating ECU. So I'm just making sure that it's all lined up, and a lot of these things are really 50-50, so I really don't even know who I'm going to be picking. So just be looking out for that pretty soon. Hopefully within the next couple weeks. You know, it's July. We're getting really close to the beginning of the season. So that's that on that. Let's hop right into this next team. As you guys saw in the title, we are doing Georgia Southern. All right, so Georgia Southern opens up the year at home against Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb is a team that really, they are FCS. They aren't really that good in the FCS. So we're just gonna go ahead and give Georgia Southern the win. There's no questions, there's no comments, there's no concerns on this one. Georgia Southern it's a home opener and they get the win. Then week 2, Georgia Southern goes down to Florida Atlantic, and I think this game's going to be pretty good. I think Florida Atlantic is going to have a pretty good team this year, but again, I think that Georgia Southern is just going to be good enough. I think Georgia Southern's run game is what's going to really power them this year, and you're going to hear me reference this a lot. I think their run game is going to be a real big factor in their games this year, and I think that Florida Atlantic's just not going to have the defense for that kind of offense. So I have Georgia Southern winning this game and starting the season 2-0. In week 3, Georgia Southern goes to Arkansas to play a game. Now, let's be honest here. I could easily say that Georgia Southern could win this game. And can Georgia Southern win this game? Yes, they can. Do I think they're going to win this game? It's such a toss-up. I don't even feel comfortable giving an answer, but I'm going to give this to Georgia Southern. I mean, we saw Georgia Southern in 2013 beat Florida at Florida. I don't see why they couldn't beat Arkansas as bad as Arkansas has been. So I think Georgia Southern actually starts the season 3-0, especially to going into a Power 5 school and just winning like that. I think they're going to start the season really confidently, and I think they're going to start off 3-0 and beat Arkansas. Then the next week they come back home and they play host to Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. I think that Louisiana is going to be pretty good this year, so I'm actually going to give this to Louisiana. I know, Georgia Southern fans, don't be mad at me, but I'm just letting you know that, like, I think that Louisiana is going to be, like, cream of the crop in the conference this year. So I just have Georgia Southern losing this game. That's just how it's going to go. I think that Louisiana is going to have a better quarterback. I think Louisiana is going to have a little bit of a better defense and is going to be able to stop the run. And I really think that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to come down to is stopping the run. So I have Louisiana winning against Georgia Southern, and that puts Georgia Southern at 3-1. The next week, Georgia Southern plays host to Arkansas State. Again, this is another game where it's like, you know, what's there to say? Arkansas State really hasn't been that good. I wish Arkansas State was better, but they just aren't. So this is going to be another win for Georgia Southern. I think a lot of these games for Georgia Southern, outside of that Arkansas game earlier, are really cut and dry as to who's going to win, who's not going to win. So, yeah, I think this one goes to Georgia Southern. The next game I have Georgia Southern playing at Troy. So Troy is one of those teams where they aren't really that good, but they usually can pull off at least one win that's kind of like surprising every once in a while. So do I think that's going to be Georgia Southern this year? That's really the question. Do I think that the game that Troy wins is going to be Georgia Southern? Yeah, I do. I just think that Georgia Southern is going to come in really confidently at Troy, but I think Troy's going to be able to pull this one off. And don't get mad at me, Georgia Southern fans. I mean, I don't think Georgia Southern's looking to go undefeated. I mean, I don't know anyone in the Georgia Southern camp, but I don't know anybody who's looking at them to go undefeated. I think that Georgia Southern might not even be thinking that they're going to win the games that I'm saying that they're going to win. Okay, that's just my opinion. But I think that this game against Troy is going to be a game that Georgia Southern loses. So with that, Georgia Southern's going to have 2 losses on the season through the first 6 games. I mean, they're well on their way to a bowl game. Okay, they could be on their way to the conference championship. You never know. The following week, you have the Georgia Southern Eagles going down to South Alabama to play the Jaguars. Okay, South Alabama's not ever really been that good. I don't know why they came to FBS, honestly, but it is what it is. I think South Alabama is going to lose this game pretty handily. I think that this is going to be one of Georgia Southern's biggest games in terms of offensive production. I think if their defense kind of stands up, then their defense can have a really good game too. So I think this is going to be another easy game for Georgia Southern to win. Then the next week, they actually have off. So Georgia Southern has the next week off after 7 games straight. I think this is a perfectly timed bye week. I love a bye week after week 7 rather than week 6. Instead of splitting your season half and half, I like having one extra game, having a short stint run into the bowl season. Just in case you make it to the conference championship, and that makes it 7 on one end and 7 on the other. Bowl game and conference championship. So I love this bye week placed on week 8. But then Georgia Southern plays host to their rival, I would say, Georgia State. So Georgia Southern plays host to Georgia State this week. And this is actually going to be Georgia State's homecoming. Y'all let me know in the comments who is the real GSU is. Okay, who's the real GSU? Because I've heard Georgia Southern's the real GSU, but I've also heard Georgia State's the real GSU. So y'all let me know in the comments, okay? This is going to be a homecoming game, and I think that that's not going to really matter. I think Georgia State's going to be pretty decent. I think Georgia State's going to be pretty good, honestly, maybe. But I have Georgia Southern losing this game at home. I know. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't think that Georgia Southern's going to have more than 8 wins. So I got to get them to at least 4 losses quickly. So this gives Georgia Southern 3 losses on the season already. So now the next game, Coastal Carolina. Everyone's high on Coastal Carolina for this next year, and I am too. I think that with their returning quarterback, they're going to have a really good offense. And I don't think Georgia Southern's offense is going to be as good. So with that said, Coastal Carolina wins. And this gives Georgia Southern their 4th loss on the season. They're basically out of the conference championship talks at this point, and they're really just fighting for their bowl positioning, okay? So these last 3 games are going to be very important. Very important games, these last 3 games. And I don't think that they run the schedule on these last 3 games. So I'm going to put it like this. They go to Texas State. Texas State has not really been that good, really, in the past few years. So I give Georgia Southern the win at Texas State, okay? But that means that when they play at home against BYU that next week, a loss, okay? BYU's going to come into Georgia Southern and win. And then when Georgia Southern goes to App State, another loss, okay? So I think that the last 3 games are going to go 1-2. It's really going to hurt the team a lot. This is going to put them at 6-6. I don't know how Georgia Southern fans feel about just 6-6, but I would be happy with it, honestly. I think that in the conference that they're in, there's a lot of toss-up games, really. There's really a lot of toss-up games, and anybody can win any Saturday or Friday or Thursday, whichever day you're playing a game. So, but I think that with this, they don't make it to the conference championship at 6-6, but I do think that they make it to a nice bowl game. Okay, so. That's been my Georgia Southern prediction for the 2021 season. But look, you guys made it to the end. If you're here at the end, please comment, like, subscribe, all the things, okay? There's going to be some links somewhere around me. I put the end card in, you feel me? So y'all just subscribe. Y'all join the family, okay? We're going to build this thing together, okay? I'm taking y'all suggestions. So if you want a show, you let me know, and I'll provide, okay? Literally, I will provide. So yeah, got some things working for the fall. I'm out here, and we're gonna be working. Okay, we're gonna be working. You made it this far, subscribe.